Like, if you would think everything's together, you would think her life's together, like, but it'd be the most beautifulest women in this world with the biggest insecurities and the biggest problems, but we don't pay attention to that. And she expressed to me, like, that she felt like before she met me, she had nothing to live for.
A lot of people trying to say it was foul play.
But this the thing. I'm the one who sent the police to the house, bro. I'm thinking she gone out with a nigga or something. We done got into it. Like, I was with her for 2 years, damn near. I was down there for to marry that girl. We had a little fallout, and you feel me? That shit was like, she really thought it was over.
Let's pay attention to their loved ones, and when they throw out signs of like depression, anything, like, just take them serious, because I ain't take her serious and I regret it.
You say you're fighting this battle alone and nobody understands you. You are never alone. There is almost always, you know what, not even almost, there's always someone going through something similar as you, someone that can help you, someone more experienced, someone who is anointed by God that can even, pray for you. You just need to reach out, because there's somebody who will understand you.
See, throughout your life, little seeds have been planted. Seeds of self-doubt, seeds of insecurity, seeds of chaos. You have been programmed, and that's not your fault. But at some point, you have to take back your life.
I mean, look at it like this. We're fighting for our lives. Lives that we barely want to live. The world doesn't stop.
Raven Jackson was born on September 23, 1997, in Canton, Mississippi. To her mother, Keita Jackson, not much is known about her father, but she did have a brother and a sister named Mia Jackson, whom she was very close to. Growing up, Raven had a difficult childhood. She said the words "I love you" is just something that wasn't said in her household. She never seen it, and it's something that she never felt. But despite her challenging upbringing, Raven still strived for success. After graduating from Canton High School, she would go on to attend the University of Auburn, getting her degree in biomedical sciences. She would continue her pursuit of higher education, returning home to Mississippi, attending Jackson State University to obtain her master's degree. But she would graduate from Jackson State with more than just an education. She developed a love for helping others, especially those who were dealing with mental battles, something that she had also been dealing with her entire life. While at Jackson State, she created an open forum for students called RTR, Real Talk with Raven. It encouraged fellow students to open up about internal battles that they may have been facing. It gave them a platform to speak freely and without judgment. Raven was extremely transparent during the conversations as well. She would open up about her lifelong struggle to feel love and to love herself.
But also protect your peace. You have to learn how to protect your peace. That's something I dealt with for a long time, because I was raised in a family where we didn't say "I love you." So I didn't really know how to love you. I didn't really know what love was.
After finishing school, she returned to Auburn, Alabama. She also developed a love for physical fitness and health. She learned that exercise not only improved the physique, it improved mental stability and acted as a natural mood booster. She was so inspired by her newfound healthy lifestyle, she decided to start a business around it called Go Crazy Fitness, a play on her nickname of Ray. She would grow her business via social media, amassing hundreds of thousands of followers on different platforms, such as TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. But she would become known for much more than her hardcore workouts and impressive physique. She was open and honest with her followers about her triumphs and her struggles, but she would also give them words of encouragement and motivation to succeed in life. But despite suffering from an ongoing battle to find happiness within herself, she loved to make people laugh and would often become the life of the party.
Where's Latrell?
On the dance floor.
But despite Raven doing everything in her power to keep a positive outlook on her life, and a positive outlook on the world, she would be dealt a devastating blow after she was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, a condition that can cause many harmful side effects, including infertility. Raven went to the hospital multiple times, stating that she was suffering from excruciating pain, but the doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with her until a female doctor ran tests and figured out what the issue was. Raven would document her journey dealing with PCOS on YouTube, giving diet tips of different healthy foods that could help ease the symptoms of the disease. Raven seeing the comments and people worried about her well-being, she would reassure her followers that she would be perfectly fine and that everything was okay. As far as the infertility, it wasn't an issue because she stated that she never wanted kids anyways.
Some people really just don't want to have kids, and that's me. I don't want to have kids. I wish they could just get here and teleport and just be here, like the stork, drop them off. I don't know, but I don't want to have them out my vagina. Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen people giving birth out their vagina? Because I follow several give birth pages on Instagram. That shit ain't lit. It don't look easy or fun or none of that. It's amazing, but do I want to do it? No, I don't care. I don't.
It's not clear if this is how she really felt or if it was her just accepting the reality of her diagnosis. Raven continued to dedicate herself to the things that made her happy, hitting the gym and uplifting others. Raven believed that her purpose in life was to motivate and inspire. She started doing her own wellness retreats as well as boot camps dedicated to the physical and mental health of Black women. And it was clear that seeing her clients reach their goals brought Raven pure joy, a joy that she was desperately seeking to find within herself. She felt alone in the world, and Raven would take to social media to express how she felt she didn't have any family to turn to, stating that she received zero support for her business ventures, as well as any other positive accomplishments that she's achieved.
Like, it ain't no ifs and no, we're not failing. That's not a thing. Like, we don't do that. I cannot afford to fail. I don't have a safety net. If some shit fuck over here, I don't have nobody to help me. See, that's y'all problem. Y'all got help. You got help. So you see failure as an option. It's not an option for me. When you start looking at life like that, you start to move different. That's y'all problem. You think somebody gonna save you. When you know ain't nobody to save you, there to save you, you move different. Hey guys. So I know I haven't been going live and stuff lately, and I've been neglecting like my Instagram. Wait. Do y'all even miss me? Do y'all even miss me? That is the question. Cause ain't nobody DM me like, hey, are you okay? Cause I noticed you haven't been posting. Where you been at? You good? Y'all need to check on me. I'm glad I wasn't going through nothing.
But she vowed to use the lack of support as motivation to turn her six-figure business into a multi-million-dollar business. In 2020, Raven believed that she found love and no longer had to feel alone. She started dating a Chicago rapper named Antonio King, aka 600 Breezy, most known for being affiliated with Drake and OVO earlier in his career, seen with him multiple times at different parties, events, and concerts. It was even rumored that he might sign with the label, but he took more of an independent route in his rap career. 600 Breezy would go on to become one of the most well-known rappers from the Chicago drill era. They would make their relationship public on Instagram by sharing loving pictures of one another out on dates, enjoying the night on the town, or just doing fun activities with one another. Raven was deeply in love. 600 Breezy told a story of one night they were having an intimate conversation when Raven turned to him and said that you're the only reason I have to live. He said that he really didn't know what to make of her comments and kind of just brushed it off as her being caught up in the emotions of the moment. But Raven's feelings were true and their relationship would continue to grow. Some of her followers would leave comments questioning her decision to start a relationship with 600 Breezy. but she didn't care what anybody had to say. She was following her heart. But unfortunately, issues were on the horizon when it came to their relationship, in the form of a female Chicago rapper named Queen Key. Her and 600 Breezy had an ongoing internet feud due to the fact that she felt like he was the father of her 3 triplet twins. Queen Key would constantly call him a deadbeat dad online for not being there, and 600 Breezy would aggressively deny being the father of her kids. The situation became extremely messy, and outside of the IG rants of them going in on one another, they would also do interviews, sending shots and insults.
I respect it. So you and Queen Key, what's your relationship like?
We don't have one. I ain't personally seen her or talked to her in like 3 years then. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people gonna have their narrative from the internet and they don't know.
You know, 600 Breezy.
Oh my God. Who?
Because you know he got a Vlad interview covered up.
And I hope that hoe ain't saying nothing about me for real, like, for real.
I ain't gonna do no flogging. I don't do no, you feel me? I ain't want none of this to be like this. We could have been still, you feel me? No, we couldn't. Because bitch, you retired. And that's the whole problem. You're slow. You act crazy.
Raven didn't want to be involved in the drama and decided to just stay in her lane and focus on growing her business. But despite her attempts to stay in a positive place in her life and relationship, the negativity would still find her. Because in July of 2022, she would receive a direct message from Queen Key, making some very damaging allegations against her boyfriend 600 Breezy. She claimed that he had been infected with the HIV virus and that he was a man on the DL. 600 Breezy would once again take to social media, denying the allegations being made by Queen Key, but he did admit it affected his relationship with Raven a lot. He said for the next few weeks they would argue nonstop. It got to the point where he decided that he needed to clear his mind and step away. Weeks would go by without any communication, but Raven never stopped calling and texting him. She just wasn't getting a response. As the weeks went by, Raven's text messages grew more and more desperate, pleading with 600 Breezy to come and see her, or at least just give her a call. But at this time, he said he wanted to put all of his focus into promoting his music career. Eventually, he did contact Raven, saying that he would be taking a break to come down to Atlanta to see her so they could rekindle their romance. Raven was extremely excited and looking forward to getting her relationship back on track. But at the last minute, 600 Breezy was booked to do a show called The Electric Zoo in New York City. He did contact Raven to let her know that he wasn't gonna be able to come and see her this time, but he would definitely be making it up to her. Unfortunately, this news sent Raven into a state of despair. She was experiencing those familiar emotions of feeling alone and unloved. Believing that she could no longer take on the hurt and the pain, she decided that that day would be her last. And on August 31st, 2022, Raven would make a very permanent and irreversible decision. Her body wouldn't be found by police officers until a week later, on September 6, 2022. After the news got out of Raven's passing, her boyfriend 600 Breezy would post a text message that she sent to him. It described how she was at a bridge watching the sunset, reminiscing about their time together, everything they had went through, and how beautiful of a bride she could have been. This would lead people online to assume that Raven had taken flight from a bridge to meet her untimely demise. According to the detectives on scene, all signs pointed towards a gun being in the home and that weapon being used by Raven Jackson. There wasn't any signs of forced entry or foul play, and the case would be closed immediately. Some of Raven's family members would take to social media, accusing 600 Breezy of being the one responsible for her losing her life. But he stated that he was in New York City performing during that time, and there's no way that he could have had anything to do with her death. While he was grieving, people online would also accuse him of clout chasing, due to the fact that he posted an old text message that Raven had sent him, but made it seem as if it was her last. He also continued his online feud with Queen Key, exchanging insults against one another on multiple Instagram live videos. Queen Key would do interviews speaking about Raven's death, which some people felt was distasteful and lightweight disrespectful.
What made you speak out on his grievance note?
No, I'm saying, what did I say?
I'll pull it up. First of all, Breezy is a f***ing goofy.
Oh.
R.I.P. to Raven, but the silverback looking ass nigga trying to clout up off her death is overly weird. Boy, your ass is a deadbeat.
The text messages that 600 Breezy revealed to the public from Raven in the weeks leading up to her death showed the internal struggles that she was dealing with. She spoke about the non-stop stress that she was under, as well as the constant pain in her ovaries. She also said that she felt like bugs were all over her skin, and no matter how hard she tried to scrub them away, they would never leave. Raven told 600 Breezy that she hoped they could be together again in another life, when she was a better version of herself and she could love him the way that he deserved. Throughout her young life, Raven struggled with the constant thought that nobody loved her and that nobody really cared. But in the wake of her death, she would be proven wrong, due to her online obituary having numerous testimonies of people that met Raven in her young life and said that she made an impact on them. The inspiration, the motivation, and the words of encouragement will stick with them forever. Some people said that she was hard, but they knew that she was doing that for the right reasons and that it was out of love. She did make a positive impact on this world with so much more to give, but it came to a tragic premature end. And Raven Jackson, she was only 24 years old when she passed away. Rest in peace, Queen.